Yeah, welcome guys. So today I'll be ironing out this hot topic of why social media is good for recruiting, right? So a lot of folks have been asking on forums, social media handles, and even on blogs. Answers have been given to on why is social media recruiting good. So now let me just paint this simple scenario. Social media recruiting is good in the sense that recruiters have a lot of files to go through when a vacant role is thrown open. So let's say there's a role for a content marketer, and once it is advertised on any platforms or is thrown out on any job board, tens to hundreds or even thousands of applicants filing their application via different method, right? Now the recruiter or the recruiters or the hiring managers have to go through hundreds, tens to hundreds or thousands of files to actually select a fit candidate. Now in this process might take very long, right? So that is why when you notice when you're applying, there is always a spot for you to put in your LinkedIn link, your YouTube URL, or whatever they might want. If you're a developer, you'll be asked to put your GitHub or your portfolio link, whatever they can use to see what you've done or see how good you are. They ask to put those links in, right? Now, all of this platform, we categorize it as social media recruiting. If you like, take YouTube as not a social media, that's your personal blah blah. So back to today's topic. So here now we gave the stats. So we said social media recruiting is good. Social media is good for recruiting because according to Backlinko, now I put a link there for you to view Backlinko and know who they are. According to Backlinko, 56.8% of the world's total population are using social media. Now, if 56.8% of the world's total population are using social media, that makes more than half of the world is online on social media, which is approximately 4.5 billion people. And we've calculated from our end that at least 3.32 billion were actively employed in 2022 according to the statistics we got on Statista. We've also placed a link there for you to visit Statista and know who they are. Therefore, hiring is easier done via social media where these people live and breathe, because your life is majorly on social media right now. This is why you're watching these videos, because you're on a social platform, YouTube, and you need to get information. The same way you're on YouTube to get information is the same way recruiters are on social medias trying to get information about you, what you do, where you work, where you've worked before, how you live your life, what you post online, your social capital, and how you can be valuable to their company, especially if they're recruiting for the role of a marketer or a community builder. I would definitely want to check your social media out to see how you've been able to even build your own personal community online. If you don't have a personal community online to at least a 1,000 followers and you're applying for the role of a social community builder, for me, you're wasting your time. I'm gonna pick your time soon, man. So what I just said there is that there's no way I'm employing you. But if I check out your social handles and I see that, oh, you have like 2,000 followers, 1,500 followers, and you teach well and you do a lot of things where you have engagement, definitely I'll give. Even if you're not the best fit and there's somebody with 100,000 followers, something might strike me that might want to make me ask you, okay, how do you do this, how do you do that? And sometimes recruiters want to check out your relevancy as at that time, right? So if you watch my previous video, you would see where we talked about the current relevancy of an authority and not the overall authority as it were. So what I mean is, if you are the trending authority in your niche, there's likelihood that a recruiter will prefer you than an established authority who is not currently relevant again in the niche. Take for example, right? Yahoo is a search engine. Yahoo has more authority than Google as per age and the dominance in the search engine niche. But right now, Yahoo can't beat Google to search engine market, because Google is the trending number one search engine in the world. It is the most used in the world and it's the one everybody goes to for solution. So now Google is the go-to solution. So Yahoo can't compete anywhere anytime. So that's what I mean. You might have been a long authority in this niche, right? But if I am the one who is currently trending in the market, teaching things, saying things, and the go-to solution for people on the social platforms, I am likely to beat it to any job, right? So we also went ahead and we said, consequently, following this data we just analyzed, 73% of employable population across the world uses the internet mostly, and at least 50% use it every day. So which means if you applied for a job, at least in 1 week you will be online at least 5 times. So in that 5 times you would have done something like shared, posted something. Now not trace your 5 times to at least your past 1 month. I would know who you are currently, or at least give me an insight to who you might be currently. So that's why recruiters are always using social media for their recruiting. Now we also answer the question of why recruiting is so hard. You can go there and check out. Same to be answered why, and here's why social media is good for recruiting. We give 2 scenarios. The first scenarios, and this scenario too was from someone on LinkedIn. She shared and Okoye Chinelu, and we posted directly without altering anything. So you can see we highlighted clean, right? And we give a link to our profile so that you can go and read it in our profile too. Then what is social media recruiting? Social media recruiting is simply the use of social networks like LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and other social networks to hire or recruit new employees during a hiring or onboarding process. So however, this is subjected to the rule and the point at which it is deployed as a mechanism. So that we explain in this post. You can go and read it out. How is social media used for recruiting? You can go there, check it out. We also have something from LinkedIn we attach you, which you can go and download, and how many companies are using. Now this is the part I wanted to see, and that is why I have to skip down here. So all of that details, you can go to our blog and read it out. A link will be posted below for you to actually go and read it, and I'll also post a link to our previous video where you will be taught on how to position yourself for social media recruiting, specifically LinkedIn. So I'll post the link down in this video. You can watch the video, and you can also download the material that can help you, guide you through. So we created a PDF, some few pages PDF to help you through, so you can download the material. So you can use the link below this video to actually do that. So now, how many companies are using social media for recruiting? Now, as out of this September of 2017, 84% of companies were already using social media for recruiting, according to a post by Post Beyond, which they gathered their data from SHRM, and we'll give a link to that data here. Now, hence, if as at 2017 that was the start, what will the current start be? I leave you to answer that too. So that's just it. So final words from us is just before we close this chapter today. If you've not read our post on how we talked on how to get the latest job too, you can also navigate to our site and use this link to actually read that up, and you can apply our strategies. So now you have 3 strategies. You have the tutorial videos I'm going to post. You have the PDF I will drop the link to, and you can also go here and go to this site and use this link here, right? Okay, thank you for watching today. See you next time. Au revoir.